Okay, now I've been doing a bunch of sports animes, mainly Kuroko no Basket, and I gotta change it up sometimes. So I don't know if you heard about this anime or your moms have heard about this anime, but Gachiakuta might be up next on some crazy timing. It's newly released right now, and from editing this video, it might have like 4 episodes, and they're all gas. But let's really talk about it. So the first episode starts, and we just see a guard peeking through a door that has a bunch of trash everywhere. And when we really see inside, there's a person digging up in the trash. The real dumpster diving method. So the guard, being a weirdo not minding his business, takes out a Glock to stop him. It's trash, it's not that serious. Then he proceeds to ring the alarm. Now we got 3 guards just for a man digging up trash. So the person who's digging up the trash, his name is Rudo. Rudo doesn't really want to get caught up with the feds, so he throws the trash bags towards the guards. And they're freaking out like they just got shot. Our boy Rudo starts running but ends up in a dead end with more guards showing up. Now the guards start blasting at Rudo like he just killed somebody. Mind you, our boy isn't going out like that, so he starts weaving them bullets with ease. More guards show up and their aim is so bad they look like the Star Wars troopers. He's running in a straight line. How are your bullets not connecting? Rudo eventually escapes and we get a clean look on what our main guy looks like. He does look crazy with them red eyes and silver hair. That might be Kakashi's cousin. But let's fast forward a little bit to the interesting parts. Now we start learning that there's discrimination in 2 different communities, literally separated with a wall. One rich and has nice buildings with clean clothes, and the other that has nothing but dirt everywhere. I'm so serious, this looks like USA compared to a third world country. But we panel out back to our boy Rudo, who everybody is talking about because he went dumpster diving. 3 kids show up and they start talking crazy how Rudo is disgusting, and then they start smashing what he grabbed. Now I don't mean to be that guy, but these kids are stupid. All of them are broke with the same raggedy clothes and the same lifestyle, but still think they're better than Rudo. It doesn't matter though, because his girl backing him up. But now they end up talking about his pops and how he's a murderer. So Rudo looks up once and they get scared. What you say? Nothing. If you gonna talk shit, you gotta man up, because they know Rudo's on demon timing, so they start leaving. His girl stays by his side too, so in my eyes, Rudo won without even saying a word. Rudo eventually goes home and starts talking to this man who took him in. He's basically his stepdad. He heard what happened and told him to be careful because if you screw up too much, you'll get sentenced to the pit. Now the pit is a big drop towards certain death. You can't even see what's down there. And that's where Rudo's father was sentenced to. We also learn that Rudo's hands look like they've been through hell and back. They looking like Orochimaru's arms when his arms got Reaper Death Sealed. Ugh. But it's cool though, because he got some nice gloves to hide them. Now these gloves are important, but we'll get back to that. So the camera shifts out towards the outside where a creepy man with a mask is just standing there menacingly. This guy might just be the hash-slinging slasher. He's probably important, so we'll also get back to him as well. Now it's morning, and remember the pit that we were talking about earlier? Well, we find out that the trash and disgusting toilet water is getting dumped into the pit. But we also see a man that's about to get dropped there. Yeah, if that was me, I'm personally taking everybody with me, then taking myself out, because just think what's down there. Garbage and shit everywhere. Yeah. I'm good on that. Rudo was watching and his girl pops up too. She tells him, I'd never want to see you get dropped into the pit. Hey, Rudo's a lucky guy, because even when everybody's against him, he still got his girl by his side. Unlike me. Rudo gives her a little bunny and starts running off like a cute little love story. He starts running back home to tell his step-pops, but bumps into some guards. They're definitely from the rich side, because why are they looking at Rudo in a racist way? Did your kind just bump into me? Alright, let's get out of here. But now Rudo is home and he opens the door. But he opens the door towards the same hash-slinging slasher that we saw last night. And he's standing on Rudo's step-pops' dead corpse with a sword in his chest. The masked man looks back and then just deepens the sword even more to finish the job. Damn, what the hell are you doing to my... One hit KO. The masked man just slowly walks away and looks back for 1 second. Get back, you're not gonna do nothing. Then walks away. Rudo checks up on his step-pops. You good, mud? But the guards show up and think Rudo did it. Mind you, when they came in the house, they started tasing him off the rip. They got the wrong person. Rudo tries to tell them it wasn't him and ends up getting hit right in the face, blacking out. This is police brutality. Next thing you know, Rudo's tied up and he's about to get sent into the pit. He got his eyes wide open, confused and afraid. I mean, I'd be confused and afraid too if I was tied up for something I didn't do. About to get sent all the way in that abyss of garbage and musk. It's crazy because everybody who's spectating this right now, they're looking at him like he did something to them. Then Rudo spots his girl watching too. Please, save me, I didn't kill. Yeah, I knew you were just like yo pops. Then she walks away, dropping the bunny that he gave her. She was by his side the whole time, even telling him, that she doesn't want to see him get dropped in the pit. Now she's changing up. Rudo goes on a rant how everybody's judging him and they're all scum. Now they're about to send him down, but he spots the killer right in the crowd. Rudo's surprised he's in the crowd just watching him about to get dropped. Then boom, he gets released, just slowly falling into this abyss while trash is falling down with him. This is when Rudo knew he had to get revenge on everybody. He's saying he coming back in blood. If he survives this, the revenge arc is definitely gonna be legendary. And surprise, surprise, he definitely lived. Once he lands from that big drop, we just see a whole landscape full of trash. From miles and miles, you just see trash everywhere. I could just smell that disgusting stench through my screen. But hold on, something weird happens. The trash starts moving, and then it becomes a whole monster. Not just any monster, but a trash monster. I know it sounds crazy and it sounds weird, but hold on. It actually gets more and more interesting. The monsters start screaming and more of them appear right in front of Rudo. They start releasing some toxic purple gas that might be mixed up with shit and throw up. If that was me, I am instantly dying from that. Rudo falls down and is stuck not being able to move. He barely could breathe with that air being so bad. But with every MC, you gotta have a flashback that traumatizes you to keep going. And that's what happened. Rudo gets up, red lightning appears, and he goes for a metal pipe. The monsters are right behind him. Then boom, pushing the monster back. He starts walling out on the monster but still gets tossed around into the mountain. Then picks up a light pole and throws it like a frisbee, taking out one of the monster's arms. Rudo's condition is getting worse since he shouldn't be breathing that air in. But he starts aura farming. He knows two monsters are coming his way and stays still sitting down. Once the monsters clash, he slashes the first monster on the head and Zoom slashes the other monster in half. From this point on, I don't know what's going on. I just know trash is everywhere and this show loves trash. But hey, this is definitely a different concept from every other anime and I'm loving it. But hold on, it's not over yet. The boys pulled up to avenge their brethren. One of them starts standing up like they a big dog. Like this. Yeah, I'm definitely running. Next thing you know, that big dog stomps on the floor, creating a shockwave, and Rudo falls over. Rudo looks up at a random man who got an umbrella just staring at him, who came out of nowhere. He proceeds to kick Rudo on the floor, then gives him a gas mask so he can breathe. He tries to talk to him, but the random man is telling Rudo to shut up. Rudo starts getting louder, so the stranger gets louder back. Shut up, they react to sound and you being loud as hell. But a monster appears out of nowhere and he just aura farms with his umbrella. He's standing still while the monster charges towards him and instantly evaporates the garbage. Since they were getting loud at each other, more monsters appear. So the stranger that we just met gets to work. He starts going crazy. He jumps in the air above the monster while his umbrella gets bigger, then pierces the whole monster, making an indent of his umbrella on the floor. This scene, oh man, it might have done something in my pants. This was crazy aura farming. We learned his name is Engine, and he looks like a badass. Not gonna lie, he looked good.
Why are you gay?
Pause. But now after defeating all the monsters, Rudo is getting dragged along in chains. Rudo's asking all these questions about what this place is. So Engine gets tired of him and drops Rudo off at a local gas station. Now there's mad people there. When they see Rudo, they get hyped because they're questioning if he's a spherite. So spherite are people from above, where Rudo used to live at. Rudo is considered a spherite. These random people get concerned for him at first, but then they end up tying Rudo down in a truck. They see him as a rare breed because he's a person from above. They planning to sell every part of his body. Basically, Engine set him up. And the people at the gas station just yap about how they despise spherites because all they do is throw all the trash down towards them, making everything worse. He even makes Rudo eat the trash because that's basically their food too. But surprisingly, Rudo does not care and bites off the flesh off his finger. He starts ranting how everybody's the same. Y'all always want to complain and want to treat me like trash. So I'ma show you what trash can do. While, by the way, Engine is watching from above. Rudo starts going crazy and starts whipping them with metal chains. Then gets a tire and transforms it into a deadly weapon, knocking all of them out except one guy. The one guy that was pressing him. So Rudo was about to finish the job with a tire. The man starts calling Rudo a monster, and then Rudo was about to swing, but Engine stops him at the last second. The random man passes out, and then finally Rudo is questioning about himself how he has powers. Engine was just testing Rudo out to see if Rudo actually had powers and it wasn't a fluke. So Engine just tries to recruit Rudo. If you want to know more information, you gotta work with us. recruiting Rudo to join the cleaners. Yeah, that's the name of the group, the cleaners. It makes sense, you know, all the trash, all the but that was episode 1 and 2. So if you want me to make another video about this anime, I'll gladly do that because this anime is hype. I'll definitely be talking about the power system for the next video, so if you want to see that, like the video and subscribe. And also turn on the bell notification for more videos like these. And I know most of you aren't subscribed, so, you know, do your thing. Anyways, that's all from me. Bye.